Hello, welcome back to my channel. Now guys, today I'm going to do a video on tips for starter lockers. For those people out there who want to start their locks and haven't got a clue in how to do it. So this is just my advice because of through my experience, what I went through with when I wanted to start my locks. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. So tip number one, do your research. Do your research. When I first started my locks, I asked a lot of questions. I went online. I Google research. I looked everywhere and I found pictures of how starter locks look like and also how I wanted the end results of my locks to look like. And I kept the picture of that in my mind, so I had a clear idea of how I wanted my locks to look. Number two is start with short hair. I'd say this because I used to have long afro hair. You've seen my pictures before of my hair before I started my locks, and if you haven't, you can click above and check out my Loc Journey in pictures. Yeah, so I used to have a big afro, then I cut my hair off after I had my second child. I cut it all off, shaved it off because I wanted to I wanted a new change, so I shaved it off onto, I think, number one. I'll try and insert some pictures as we go along. Yeah, so I shaved it off and then I started my locks from about say 2-3 inches. And yeah, so it was really short when I first started my locks, and I started them with comb coils. So what I would say is when you start your locks, try not to mess with them too much. I used to be like hands in hair syndrome, which I still kind of do, because I look back on some videos and I'm constantly playing with my locks, stroking them like some puppy dog or something. Yeah, so keep your hands out your hair, and also be careful not to put in like products what you used to use when you're loose natural doesn't necessarily work when you've got locks. So my mistake what I made was just slapping on hair grease all over my starter locks, and that does not work, because when you first have locks you have to just leave them, give them time to mature before you start adding products. Because if you start adding products into your locks, your starter locks, then it will remain in your locks as your locks grow. So just stay away from products in your locks. You can put products on your scalp, but try and not put any onto your actual locks. So that leads me nicely into number 3, which is to avoid buildup, because nobody wants buildup in their locks. So to avoid buildup basically is to stay away from heavy products like pomades, gels, unless it's like aloe vera gel or what's that other gel? Flaxseed gel. They're natural gels, but even then try not to be too heavy-handed when using those products. I'm talking about like pomades, like what you probably use when you was loose natural. Those heavy products, to me, doesn't belong in locks. Beeswax as well, heavy beeswax, because what happens, they're not water soluble. So when you try to wash your hair, which I've experienced, it's hard to wash it out. It's like putting glue in your locks. It's just because it starts building up and it's really hard to get out. You have to do like ACV rinses, which is apple cider vinegar rinse, Loc soaks to try and get the buildup out. But trust me, it is not easy. I've had buildup before when I used to use products. That's why I'm trying to share my knowledge with people who are just starting Locs, because, you know, I'm not saying it happens to everyone, but I'm just talking about from my personal experience. I used to use those commercial Loc gels. I used to use the pomades to retwist, and it just didn't work for me. What would happen is the product would build up in my locks, and after a time it would add weight to the locks and then cause the locks to thin. So that's why I don't use products in my locks. I just use retwist with light oil. That's it. And since I've been doing that, it's been great. I haven't retwisted my locks for a year, so you'll see that journey soon when I start to retwist my locks again, because of all the experience I had with build up and over twisting. That's the reason why I'm going down that journey of being a semi-free former and not retwisting, but that's another video. Anyway, so yeah, so stay away from the too many pomades, gels and all those heavy duty products in your starter locks. Start as you mean to go on, which is try and stick with light products. Number 4. Now this one I have to sit back. This one, sigh, is a big one for me. A big one. So as my locks developed, I didn't really start colouring until they got a bit longer, but I did so much colouring in the early stages of my locks development. I did like the little box dyes. I dyed it black. See from my Loc Journey story, you'll see I had jet black, I had copper, and then the last time as you can also see in that story, I'll link it above, is when I bleached my lock. That was the killer for me, bleaching my locks. If I knew now what I knew then, I would never have started colouring my locks. Although I love it, I love seeing people with their locks coloured with the beautiful colours, but it just defeats the object, because at the end of the day, it's chemically enhancing our hair. It's bleaching it, it's damaging it, and I can assure you that for me it didn't work. I'm going to show you a lock. Oops, sorry about that. I'm going to show you a lock, right? Because at the moment I'm growing out the colour. Where's that lock now? You never can find it when you want it. Okay, this. I'll try and get a bit closer here. See this? That is the result. I'm gonna get right in your face. Right. This is the result of colour. That's what it's done to my lock. Thinned it out. This basically destroyed it. Look, it's limp. So I might have to just cut that off. And let me see. Not that one. And this one here. This is another one where the colour is, look, when you color your locks, it just makes it limp, dead, practically dead. That's how it's made my locks, dead, limp. Look, I can even pull it off. Look, see that? Without effort, I can pull that and it will come off. So this is a reason why, as beautiful as this color is, I love this color, I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't chance it. So guys, honestly, I know it's nice. I know you probably might get bored. You want a bit of oomph. You want to change. Please, just be careful about colouring. Everybody says, oh, you can just deep condition your locks, blah, 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 which is true. But to me, prevention is better than cure. You know, why kill the strength of your locks? For what? For a bit of colour. If I wanted to colour my locks again, I'd probably, I don't know, probably spray it or something. I'd rather spray it if, you know, it doesn't leave any build-up or anything like that. And just wash it out rather than have like permanent bleach colour in my locks, because it's not good for the health of your locks. So it's entirely up to you guys. If you want to colour it, do it at your peril, but I warned you, it will weaken your locks, so you need to be careful. Bleach and colour can be very damaging. Some people might say, oh, I colour my hair and it's fine, blah blah blah. It might be fine now, but what about a year, 2 years down the line? Because I didn't notice my hair, any problem with my hair. Okay, maybe not 2, 3 years, maybe within 6 months to a year that I noticed damage done to my locks. It was great in the beginning, it was all good, and then after a while I just noticed my hair used to break and stuff, and yeah, that was my experience with colouring, and I won't do it again. So it's up to you guys. I'm just giving you advice here, you don't have to take it, but yeah. So anyway, that was number 4. Number 5, do not, I repeat, do not over twist your locks. Guys, please don't. I know you want your locks to look crisp, you want it to look neat, you want it to look, I don't know, sleek. But I'm telling you now, if you over twist your locks, you're in trouble, because what will happen when you twist the root of your locks, that part becomes really thin. I'm going to try and insert a picture of a style what I did, where you can basically see most of my scalp, and that was due to over twisting and twisting it too tight. Coming up now. Yeah, so as you saw from that picture, you could just see like bare scalp, which was due to like over twisting, because I used to twist my hair every 2 to 3 weeks. I used to retwist it. I know. Some people 2 weeks is fine, but for me, I don't know. My hair was a bit fragile, so that was too much to retwist every 2 to 3 weeks. I would suggest, if you've got starter locks, a month to 6 weeks to retwist. Longer if you can, hold out. 2 months, I would say. If I had my time now, I probably would leave it 2 months. I've left this for a year, so what's 2 months? So yeah, that's what I was saying. Don't over twist your locks. There was something else. Oh, that was it. I remember now. Make sure that you wash your locks. This is all tied in with the over twisting. Make sure you wash your starter locks. You can wash starter locks, guys. you don't have to leave your hair for 10,000 months. Okay, that was a bit of an over exaggeration. 10,000 months. Okay, you don't have to leave your hair for like months upon time before you wash your locks. There's ways and means to keep a clean scalp, even if you've got starter locks, because people think you wash your hair and you have to start all over again. Actually, there is a point to it, but there's ways around it. Because I use so much products in my starter locks, I had no choice but to wash my hair and start again. But that's because I made a mistake. I piled up my hair with grease because I thought it looked dry. So I piled my hair up with grease and I had to start my locks all over again. But what I'm saying is, if you have starter locks, you can wash them before you get your next retwist. You just put on a stocking foot and just shampoo your roots gently. Get the shower and rinse it through. Take the stocking foot off, rinse it through. You know, your locks will be still in place. They're not going to completely come out. You just have to be careful when you're washing it. Don't be overzealous with the shampooing. Just be careful, but you can wash them. And it is better to keep your locks clean and fresh, because you do not want build-up. Because if you get things from the atmosphere from outside, dust and dirt and grime, sweat, everything. So you need to keep it clean. So wash it. Wash your locks. You can wash it, you know. So yeah, if there's anything that I've forgotten, I'm gonna like put a text in the video, because I'm just getting like, I'm feeling myself getting like over passionate because of, you know, it's like I feel like it's a nightmare coming back when I remember my starter lock days. So the passion is all coming out. So excuse me if I'm getting a bit overzealous when I'm trying to encourage you with your locks. So the sixth and final tip with your locks is, please remember to cover your hair at night. You know, if you don't like to cover your hair, then sleep on a satin pillow. And when I say cover your hair, you can use a bonnet. This is a lock bonnet. I got this from Loc Journey. If you're interested in where I purchased this bonnet, then you can always click on the link below. If you're interested in where I purchased this particular bonnet, I'll put a link below and you can find out. But it's from Loc Journey. These are beautiful satin bonnets and they're made to measure. It's so nice. I mean, you wouldn't wear it like this. I would put the locks underneath. But because you've got starter locks, you wouldn't even need this. So, sorry. Because you've got starter locks, you wouldn't need to push it underneath. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, so you can use a bonnet. And if not a bonnet, you can use a scarf. Tie your hair gently. Make sure it's gentle, not too tight. Tie your hair and you're good to go. And another tip actually, when you're tying your hair at night, please make sure that you change these regularly, because of sweat, because of, you know, it gets dirty, because you know obviously when you've got starter locks you shouldn't be using too much grease, but because my locks are mature, I use spray, I use light oils, so your scarves can get quite musky, dirty, so I change these quite regularly. So that's just a tip. Make sure you keep them clean, okay? Wash them. So guys, I think I have covered everything. I hope so, because every time I do a video I always think, I forgot, I should have said this or I should have said that, but I think I've covered all that I wanted to cover in this video. Do enjoy your journey with your starter locks. Do look after them, do research still. Even when you do get your starter locks, do your research on how to look after them. Like now, you're watching a video on how to look after your starter locks. So yeah, so do your research, and yes, cover your head at night and you should be good to go. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and when you subscribe, please don't forget to press the notification bell so that you'll be alerted of my new up and coming videos. And if you're new to this channel, do consider subscribing, because I don't just do locks, I do fitness and skincare and vlogs. So if that's of interest to you, then you need to subscribe to this channel. So as I always say at the end of my videos, guys, thank you for watching my video. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and stay uniquely you. And I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.